goodness. Well, I've apparently done something weird this week. So, our orientation is going to be different. So, yay! I have to think on how I'm going to make this all work. Hello, everyone. Hello. Okay, I'm going to try to flip the phone, and I'm sorry if I'm making you sick. But apparently I did something wrong. So we're just going to sit that right there for right now as I talk to you, and we kind of get started. Apparently I am just not good with technology. I'm going to tell you, it's just my downfall, apparently. Okay, so we're just going to dive right in, and then I'll figure out how to make it go on my stand here, and we'll get it all taken care of. Okay, so our winners from last week is Debbie Anderson, and then Kimberly O'Brien. Hello, Margie. How are you? I think I have both of your addresses. Kimberly, I may not have yours. So if you'll just email me yours, that would be great. And in the description of the video, there is a link to my email. So if you can just do that, that would be great. Let's see. Lori, I was late in getting yours out, but yours has gone out finally. I was working on some other stuff that's getting ready to come out. And class-wise, and so I was a little late. Hello, Kathy. Hey, Verna. Okay. Let's see. We are going to be using the Lighthouse Point bundle today, and if you have not seen this bundle, it is amazing, and it is on the retirement list. So I highly recommend this one. It's good for anybody who loves the beach, likes to travel. There's some really good sentiments in it. So we're going to be playing with that tonight. It was on low inventory, so make sure that you get this bundle before you cannot get it anymore. I'm going to actually put all of my devices on Do Not Disturb real quick. Make sure I'm there. And then I'm going to share really quick as well, just to make sure that everybody can see my awkward wrong way tonight, right? Okay, so the last thing I really want to tell you about is if you are a current demonstrator right now, you have the ability to purchase products, a small select product list from the new annual catalog that will be coming out in May. With April, that brings great delight for demonstrators. And I'm going to have to say that everything that was on the pre-order is something that I really liked. So a couple of my team members have posted today on our team page that they're in big trouble. And I would agree with them. I'm in big trouble too. But that's okay because we have a whole year to buy all the products, which makes me very excited. So, sorry. I'm trying to get this to share. But I got to be on the right page for it to share. Okay. So if you, though, what I was leading up to was if you are interested in joining right now, you can get products in your starter kit that are from the new annual catalog. It also gives you access to see that new catalog, which is amazing. I have to say I really, really like it. So, all right, that is shared. I think I'm good. I'm going to move the camera down just because, yeah, with the awkwardness, let's just go ahead and see if we can make this work. So hold your, close your eyes if you don't like it. You're going to probably have to see all my awkward stuff now, but we'll make it work, right? Oops. Okay, let's see if I can. All right, I might turn it. Let's see. Okay. It's going to be really weird. But I think we're going to make it work like this. All right, let me see what it looks like on my end. Y'all tell me if it looks okay. And then we'll see. I don't think that's straight at all, is it? You're going to see that back there, and I'm sorry, I might be able to move. Let's see. Y'all know I have a big fancy stand now, so it allows me to do all kinds of fun stuff with it. Let's see if I can make that work. Let's see how that did. Did I get it straight at all? Oh, fun times. Definitely on the, yes, very much on the Darrow side. Very much. But I forgot to, apparently I hit start as I had it in the wrong orientation. So we're just going to leave it like this, and you get to see the cheating way that I make it all look pretty for y'all. Because you can see that my paper doesn't go all the way to the back. This is like a sticky paper. So it's not, yeah. And it only covers up half the mat. And then you get to see my white table down here. And yeah, so fun times. But it's okay. We'll make it work, right? Put host cray up. Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to be able to move it all back. So, okay. Let's talk about Club. For those of you who have never joined before, this is Club. Club is a subscription that you do every month with me. You can, of course, unsubscribe at any time or choose not to join that class for that month. But with Club, it is $39. Make sure I can get in here. It's going to be a real small, tight space. $39. You get about $25 worth of product. For this class, it uses the Seaside Bay, which is not retiring. Yay! It comes with 2 bolts of ribbon. It comes with the linen thread, and then it comes with the Night of Navy. It comes with a half a pack of the By the Sea paper, and then a full pack of the flat adhesive backed pearls. All of that, plus of course the make and take packet for purchasing these, or for creating these. And so all of that comes to you for $39. It is a great, wonderful class. I give you a video, I give you a PDF, all that fun stuff. And then if you're part of Club for 6 months, what actually happens is that you will be able to get a $25 product credit. So you have to be consecutive for 6 months, and then you get a product credit, which is pretty cool because then you can pick whatever you want to from the catalog. Any live catalog, clearance, any of that kind of stuff. So, so that is Club. And that gets shipped out. So that's from now until April the 15th. That's the last day to sign up for it. Once you sign up for it, the class packets and all of your goodies go out by the 27th of the month. So it would ship out to you by April the 27th. You can also add on the bundle for $54. It is at the bundle pricing. Plus, I give you, I pay the tax and the shipping for you, so you don't pay that at all. So that's also another great value. And you can always add that on. There is a link in the description of the video that takes you to that information as well. Okay, that is it for tonight. So we're going to go ahead and dive into our projects. And I'm thinking, I don't know, do I look crooked to y'all with my craziness here? I feel like I might be crooked, but who knows? We're going to pull in some grid paper. Maybe that'll make it feel a little bit better. Let's try that. I know, you know, there are a ton of people who have, who do it this way, who do it this long way. And I don't know how they do it, honestly, and make it look okay. I don't know. But it's all right. So we're just going to use that as our guideline for making sure that I am in our space here. I'm gonna have to stick that there so that I make sure I've got it going on. Thanks, Margie. Thanks for boosting me on that one, because yeah, man, I tell you, 2 weeks in a row, people, 2 weeks in a row. One day I'll get back to normal, right? That's what we all say. Okay, so this bundle today, I am super excited about our projects. I love them. This is a set that I've used once or twice already over the past year. I've used it in classes and that kind of stuff, but I've never actually done a live with it. And I don't know why, because honestly, this is one of my favorite sets in the annual catalog. I have quite a few, don't worry, but this is one of my favorites. So I would say it's definitely in my top 5. So this is going to be the first card we make. I have done a lot of, okay, good, Verna, not too bad. I've done a lot of the cutting and all of that already, so you don't have to watch all of that. So make it a little easier for you. All right, let's grab in our pieces. And I even used some adhesive sheets to make sure that I didn't have to use a lot of liquid glue to make all this work today either. Okay. So there is our card base. We are going to go ahead and put this on our inside so that it is there and we don't have to worry about it later on. I know, Carrie, that's what I say. Who doesn't? You know, growing up, and maybe this is one of the things I really like about the bundle, is that growing up, that's what we used to go and see. If we would go to the beach, my mom is not a swimmer. My mom is not a water person at all. The only time she ever got on a boat with us was if she rode the pontoon that my grandparents owned, and the woman would wear like 3 life jackets. That's not exaggerating either. She was petrified of it. So, but we would always go to the beach because, of course, as kids, we loved the water, and Mom made sure that we could swim and all of that. And so we would go and find lighthouses and stuff. And so those are some really awesome memories. And my grandparents were the same way. The ones that lived on the lake, or live on the lake, they would take us there as well. So really good memories of all that. Okay, make sure that I follow my directions here. So we're going to take another piece of basic white. We are going to take some Night of Navy. Now, just so you know, I went online and I did some searching. And the searching I did was for pictures of lighthouses. So like home decor pictures of lighthouses. And I found one that had like a stormy sky in the background, but then up on the lighthouse, it was like crystal clear sky. And so that's why I did the dark down here, because it's almost like there's a storm approaching, and then it has the lighter, sunnier sky up front. So we're gonna start with Night of Navy, and we're gonna go first off of our paper, and we're gonna start on the bottom, and we're gonna just, and I am going all the way down because I wanna make sure that I don't have any little white spots when I get finished, when I put all of my stuff on it. So I wanna make sure I get it good and inked up, especially on those sides. And I'm gonna add a little bit more up here because I want it pretty dark. And I'm going to see if I can recreate. It almost looks like I went back and forth with it, but I didn't. I went in circles, but it looks really cool. It almost looks like there is a storm coming back there. And it's not going to recreate that because I can guarantee you it never does, right? You can never get one that's going to be the same again. All right, so we've got it good and dark. And now we're going to go to, Oh, thank you, Carrie. No, it is not DSP, but it does actually look like DSP a little bit. A little bit. A good sunset. We are going to use some DSP that's got a good sunset in it too. All right, so the top part is going to be our, and I probably need to re-ink my balmy blue. All right, and then I'm going to blend that in real good. Do some circle motions. And it's okay if you go back and forth too. I do both. I don't think there's a right or a wrong right or a wrong way to do it. Okay, so there we go. That's going to be our background. So we're going to set that aside for just a minute. We're going to go ahead and stamp our sentiment. And we're going to use one of the label dies in our die set. We are also going to use Night of Navy ink to do it. And it's going to say, sending you love and light. All right. And now all we're going to do is start putting it all together because there's no other stamping or inking with this one. So we are going to take some crumb cake. Now, I cut a piece of crumb cake. What we're going to actually do is we're going to tear the top, and we're actually going to come this way on this end. And I'm going to try to maybe make that a little lower there, okay? And we're going to adhere this down at the bottom. So I'm just going to use a little bit of adhesive. And we're just going to lay it down here. And that is higher than my sample, which is fine too. I'm good with that. We'll be all right. And when I inked it, when I put the adhesive on the back, I didn't get it on the edges, and that's because we're going to tuck some of our grass pieces in here. And I'm going to show you where I pulled these from. So these are using the Rhino dies, and I pulled those right from the little hills, and then the grass piece from the new Rhino Ready dies that are online exclusive only. All right, so let's take this one. We're going to cut it down. So we're going to cut it down shorter. We're going to put a little bit of adhesive behind it, and we're going to have to pull out the liquid glue in just a second. You know, my non-favorite thing. And we're going to tuck that right about there. Okay. Then let's go ahead and grab our liquid glue. Oh, yes, Verna, yeah. They're very unique and different and very safari-like. Definitely very safari-like. Okay, so we're going to take one of the longer pieces. And we're going to put some liquid glue on it. And then we're going to adhere it. And we're going to put it at an angle because we want to make sure that we kind of cover up some of that sand. We're going to take a smaller one. And we're also using liquid glue because we're going to tuck these things up underneath here. So it kind of layers it so you're not going to see any of that sand right there. And then let's do this one up on top. We're going to make it kind of even there. Okay. And then we're going to take this lighter one and we're going to just kind of put it right about here. Okay, it's going to look different than our sample, which is perfectly fine. Okay, so now I cut out the solid piece of the lighthouse. We are going to take just the steeple part, or the top part of the lighthouse. You know, as many lighthouses as I have actually seen in my life, I don't know what the parts are of a lighthouse. I need to look that up. But we're going to attach this to the top because I'm sure they all have special names, just like a boat or a ship does. I mean, you have to if you're a lighthouse because you're already cool, right? So you got to have the cool names that go along with it. And then this is going to be a piece that I cut out. It also has the adhesive back stickers on it, just like that one did. This is going to be our little railing at the top. We're going to stick that right there. Then we're going to flip this over. We're going to pop it up with some dimensionals. So the ladies in my Columbia class, well, ladies and gent, because we do have a gentleman that comes on occasions. So they call them pop-up dots. Well, we had 3 new ladies in our class this past Saturday. And y'all, they said, what are these? And I said, oh, they're called pop-up dots. So now I'm calling them pop-up dots, but they are called dimensionals if you look it up in the catalog. So I am getting new slang now, which is fun. All right, so we've got those on there. And then we're gonna flip it over and we're gonna get it as straight as possible because for some reason I don't get it straight. You would think I could with the bottom, but you know. All right, so there we go. We are then going to take our sentiment. We're gonna pop it up with some dimensionals too. And we're gonna leave a little bit of space here on the end because we are going to tie a ribbon and then we're going to tuck it right up underneath. All right, so we're going to stick that right there. And we're going to tie some linen thread. Hi, Deb. Hey, by the way, you won some embellishments. And I have your address, so I'll send them to you. But so you have a grandson visiting. Oh, is he on spring break? Is that why he is visiting? Is he playing lots of golf with Mike? All right, we're gonna grab a glue dot and then we are going to, so we're gonna put that up underneath there and then we're going to tuck it right up under our sentiment like that. And that's probably a little big, so let me see if I can shorten it. I might not be able to, no. Okay, we'll go with that. And then we're gonna trim off a little bit more of the tails because that might be a little too long. Okay. Now I'm going to grab my trimmer and we're going to cut that little piece off. I should have grabbed it earlier because we're going to need it on another one too. All right. We're going to line that up right there. And I'm just pushing my cardstock to it. Maybe. My thing is caught. Okay. And then we're gonna cut, and it's not working because I got the ribbon caught. Okay. Oh yeah, it did. There we go. All right, so we've got that. Now we're gonna go and put this on our card base with more dimensionals. I think I need more dimensionals over here. I am running out. Okay. And then I might have to grab one more sheet because it might be -1 that I need to put these on here. Because you know I like to put lots of dimensionals on. Okay. There we go. All right, now we'll stick this on our card front, and then the last thing we gotta do is we are going to put our grass around the bottom of our lighthouse. So there we go. So we've got this piece right here, so we're gonna cut it down again, like that. And then we're going to put some liquid glue on it. And we're going to tuck that right there. We're going to take an edge piece of our dimensionals. And for some reason, my dimensionals are sticking to the backing. All right, I'm just gonna leave that there. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna stress over that little part. And then we're gonna stick this right about here. Okay? And then ta-da, there is card number 1. Oh, good. Oh, and then he leaves tomorrow. Oh, well, we will pray. Oh, he is driving for the first time alone. Oh, they are, aren't they, Verda? They are all growing up so quickly. Oh, it just keeps making me feel old. old, yep. So I think, and I posted a picture of Harper's game on Friday. This past Friday, she plays volleyball, and they did really well. Well, she was standing next to me, y'all. She's like that much shorter than me now. How did that happen? How did that happen? Am I really that short for an 11-year-old to be as tall as I am? Oh, goodness gracious. But, you know, that's okay. I guess they all do grow up at some point. Okay, so this is card number 2. Card number 2, and we are going to, I have to say, this is probably my favorite one out of all the cards I've made, because I really wanted that nautical theme type deal, and I feel like this, with the stripes, I feel like we got it. I feel like it just kind of happened. Okay, and again, I've done all of the die cutting for this one, so the only thing we'll have to do is stamp the sentiment. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you place an order in my online store before tax and shipping of $35, from now until Friday, this Friday, you will get the make and take packet for the 3 cards we make tonight. Those will be mailed to you. And if you ordered last week, you either got yours on Saturday at class or they have already been mailed. All right. So we're just gonna stick this on the inside so we don't get ink or glue on it, and then we're gonna set that aside. And we're gonna do a little bit of measuring, because I want to make sure that I get it pretty close. It'll be okay if it's not perfect, but I want it semi-close, because it's not perfectly spaced, but it's close enough that you can't really tell, right? All right, so this one's gonna go here, and then we're gonna go up about 1.5. And then this one will put us up at about 1.5. And then make sure I did all this right, you know. That one will go there. And then about 1.5 right there. Okay. I think that did pretty good. Oh, we need to move that one down just slightly. Okay, so once we've got those lined up the best we can, and again, it does not have to be perfect, we're gonna just put a little bit of adhesive on the back, and we're gonna line it up. I'm just gonna make sure I get it on the bottom edge. There we go. I'll turn this one over. And the reason I put tape on the back was so that it won't move as I play with the paper itself. So we're gonna line that one up right about there. And I'm using the grid paper just to kind of eyeball it to make sure that I'm close. Again, I'm not necessarily worried about it being full on perfect, but close is good. All right, 2 more pieces. Oh, and there is a blog post for this. This is got the blog post, sorry, the blog post has all the measurements. It has the products, all the products that were used. So you can get all of that right there on my blog, and there's a link in the description of the video for that too. All right, there we go. And then one more piece, and that's gonna go up here at the top, and I'm probably gonna get my head in there since we're on a funky angle. Okay. That one is really crooked. Yeah, that one's a little more crooked than normal, so we're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix that. Because that was like really crooked, you could tell. Okay, I think that's better. Okay, we're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna bring in our cutter. Hold on, did I miss something? Oh, I didn't see his prom pictures, Deb. Oh, and they're very serious. Oh, that's so great. But he's young. But I feel you on that one, yep. I'll have to go and look at the prom pictures because I do not remember them. I don't remember seeing them. All right, so we're gonna trim off our edges here. And then we'll be good to go. Let me clean those up so that they're not sticking to everything. All right, so now that we've got that piece, we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna put dimensionals on the back. I'm gonna grab a new sheet. I need to cut those. All right, and then we're gonna put this on our card front. And then we will set the card front back aside while we do the rest. And this we're doing so that, again, we don't get ink all over the place on our card, because I'm notorious for that. All right. Okay, so we have our pieces here. We're gonna stamp our sentiment. Again, we're gonna use Night of Navy because, you know, when it's a nautical theme, you just gotta use... Oh, Deb, you know what? You did tell me, because, yep, you told me when I was at the farmer's market. That's right, because they're gonna be going to different schools. That's right. I remember that conversation. Again, I'm getting old. I forget things, so... Yeah. Okay, we're gonna stamp our sentiment right there. Close our ink. And then we're gonna set that aside for just a second. We're gonna put our pieces together. So we've got a solid cherry cobbler, and then we've got the detailed cut out of real red. We're gonna take some liquid glue, and we're just gonna put some liquid glue there. And down. I'm not putting it on the edges, but I think it does just fine without it on the edges. All right, we'll flip it over, and then we're gonna line it up. Like that. We will put our railing right here. There we go. Okay, and then we just have to put it all together. So we'll pull back in our card base. We're gonna flip our little smoky slate circle over. We're gonna put dimensionals all around, and because it's going to be holding other pieces, we're gonna make sure that we put enough on there. We're gonna stick that right here. We're gonna take our lighthouse, we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna put 2 dimensionals here at the bottom. We're gonna put one at the top, and then we're gonna put a little bit of liquid glue right there. We'll flip this over, and then we're gonna lay it over the edge. So we want just a little bit of the circle showing. Okay, and I probably put that too high. So let's move that down just a little bit. We wanna make sure that it's not so high that the tip is off the top. Okay, so we've got that. We're gonna take and pop up our sentiment. We're gonna put our sentiment right here in the center. Take some more of that linen thread, because again, with some nautical themes, it is all about the rope, right? We will tie a bow. Cut those tails off. We're gonna grab a glue dot. And then we're gonna tuck this one right up underneath the corner. Like that. Last but not least, we are gonna add some of our classic matte dots, which are not retiring. Yay! Okay, so on the sample I put gray. I think I'm gonna put white on here and just see kind of how it looks, but that's all the white I had left. So I didn't, you know, so I decided to use the gray, but I think I am gonna use the white. We're gonna put them all around. Yep. We'll put one here, and we're gonna put one right there. Okay. I think I like it. Well, you know, I don't know. I like it with both of them, actually. Which one do y'all like better? The one with the white or the one with the gray? Not that you can see the gray. Y'all might be zoomed out a little too far. Let's try this. We're gonna try if we can see if we can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Closes me off a little bit more, but that's okay. We'll take it. We'll take it. Okay. So that's card number 2. Let me know what you think. White embellishment or the basic gray embellishment. The white. Yeah, the white definitely pops out a little bit more too, for sure. For sure. Okay. So let's go on to card number 3. I gotta move my tray around a little bit. I ran out of room on the top tray, so I had to go to the second tray. All right. So here is our last card for tonight. And we're going to actually use some, I thought this was a very pretty color combination. And I literally took it right off of the DSP. Well, that's where I got my inspiration for it. This is Calypso Coral, but I decided to use the pumpkin pie just because I thought it looked better with the Lighthouse with the pale papaya. So, oh, yeah. Okay, so everybody likes the white. Yay! We'll definitely go with that one then. Okay, so this one we're going to do a little bit more stamping because I wanted you to see how the other images are definitely used in the stamp set. So we're going to grab this piece of cardstock. This is going to be our card base. We're going to go ahead and put our DSP on the back. Now this one, because I literally am almost out of this DSP, I decided that I think I have like one little strip that's about this. This is the Delicate Desert DSP, which if you have not used is absolutely gorgeous. And so anyway, so this is the top half and then this is the bottom half down here. But of course, this is literally the last full piece I had of, or last pieces I had of this design. So this is what we were stuck with. But you could use anything you wanted to. You could also go and use the, what is it called? The Greatest Journey DSP, you know, my favorite set in the catalog, in the mini catalog. You could go and use that as well. But I haven't really used this on YouTube Live, so I wanted you guys to see it because this one is retiring. All the DSP is retiring, which makes me sad. But that's okay. All right, so let's take this. We are going to stamp our solid image first, and we're going to do Pale Papaya. And we're going to stamp it at full strength. Then we are going to go with the detailed, and we're going to do that in Pumpkin Pie. We're going to line it up the best we can. Hold my tongue just right. Oh, not too shabby. And while we've got our pumpkin pie out, let's go ahead and stamp our sentiment on our little label here. Trying to make sure that I am staying in the camera view since I made my space smaller. But okay, so now we've got that, so we'll set that aside for just a second. And now we'll do the crumb cake next, and we're gonna just create some little rocks down here. So we're gonna stamp, and I did this one a little higher, so which is fine. And we're gonna do there. Let's do this up here, one down here, and we'll do that right there. Okay, so we've got that. And then last but not least, we're gonna use So Saffron, which is retiring. So that's why I pulled it out, because it's retiring to use. And we're going to do our light with So Saffron. All right, so now all we have to do is put it all together. Move that out the way. So we're gonna attach this to our Pale Papaya cardstock. So we're gonna flip this over. I'm gonna see if I have any more liquid glue in here. And we will line this up. All right, and then we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna take some adhesive. run it along the side there. And we only need 4 hoops here. So we're gonna cut off these last 2. And this is using the scalloped dies. I'm gonna just trim that up straight there. Okay. The scallop contour dies, which are not retiring. Yay. All right, and then we're going to adhere this. Now, I'm gonna get it in the center, but I want to leave some of this because we're gonna tie our linen thread around it. We're gonna wrap our linen thread and then tie a bow. All right. So now let's grab our linen thread. We're gonna wrap it around. Let's see, I think I did it just twice. Just twice. And then we're gonna tie a bow. Oh, and look at that. I left way too much down there, but that's okay because I can trim it and tie a bow later on something else. Y'all know I will use it. All right, then let's trim those tails off. And then let me put all this into the baggie so I don't lose it. We're gonna flip this over. We're gonna put dimensionals on it. And put it on that card base. And we're gonna pray real hard that it looks good with that green top part. Or the, I guess, whitish green. I think it'll be fun. Oh yeah, that's good. All right, so we'll stick that right there. Then lastly, for the front, we actually have 2 more things to adhere together before we put our embellishments on, and I got to find the pieces here. Oh, there we go. So we've got this little heart from the Give It a Whirl dies. And then we're gonna pop up our our sentiment here as well. Maybe if I can get the backings off. All right, so then we're gonna lay this one down here. We're gonna put some liquid glue on the back of this. And then we're just gonna tuck this right down as far as it'll go. Last but not least, we want to add in our little rhinestones, which have been around forever with Stampin' Up. These are a staple. But I will say they're getting rid of the basic pearls. So if you like the pearls, you better grab those now. All right, so one more. Let's put another one. You know, I only have 4 on the sample. Huh, isn't that funny? We'll put that one there. And we're gonna add one more to our sample because y'all know, 2, 3, 4, yep. We'll stick it there. Okay. There we go. And that one has a white inside already, so we don't need to add that at all. Okay, so there are our cards for tonight. Thank you all so much. Again, thank you for my awkward video and still showing up and still being here. I really appreciate that. Okay, so there's card number 1. We're gonna try to stick it so you can see it. Card number 2. And then card number 3. Now, yesterday on my Facebook page, if you were on, I know, and the champagne rhinestones, Deb. Oh, goodness, I know. I have to say, they're getting rid of some really good embellishments, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll find new stuff, right? So this was on my blog or on my Facebook page yesterday, as kind of a, I don't know, a sneak peek, a draw you in to come see live tonight. So there will be a blog post for this that will actually go up tomorrow. So you'll see this tomorrow. And then on Friday, you're going to get a video and a blog post for this card, which I don't know. These two right here are neck and neck on which one is my favorite. I'm not sure. But this is using the ocean front stamp set. And of course, you know, I had to do that because it's like picturesque, you know, like everybody gets their pictures taken with lighthouses. So anyway, thanks for joining me tonight. Don't forget about club. Don't forget, I know, me too, Deb. Don't forget that when you do purchase from my online store, if you do at least a $50 order, you get a tutorial from me. And y'all, this month, there's over 50 tutorials in the bundle. This is my card right here. And the awesome thing is, this is sticking around, but these are going. The mountain dies, they are going. So you better get those now if you want them. Yes, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. And I will draw a name. I didn't grab any Facebook prizes giveaway, but you know what? I do have a bundle that, hold on, let me grab it. I know. Stick around for my shenanigans. I'm gonna knock everything off, I have, let's see, I know I've got it in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I have the Lighthouse. 2 seconds, let me grab my other bucket. I have lots of things I've got to give away between now and the end of the, here it is. Between the end of the catalog. So I have a Lighthouse Point. So if you share, you comment, you give me a thumbs up, your name goes in and I will draw a name for the Lighthouse Point. All right, thanks everyone for joining me. Don't forget, tomorrow I'll have another blog post with another card, and then on Friday there will be a video and a blog post, all for you to check out. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to let me know. You can reach me by my email, which is in the description of the video, and all the things I have going on are in there as well. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye.